第35页主题写作，如何减少食物浪费。
The bitter irony of food waste. Food waste refers to edible food intended for human consumption that ends up being thrown away. Right now, the world produces enough food to feed everyone on the planet. However, according to one estimate, 1/3 of the food produced for people to eat is somehow wasted. That amount of wasted food would be sufficient to feed hundreds of millions of people. It's bitterly ironic that a lot of people have to go hungry, while at the same time, so much food is wasted. To avoid food waste, my mother always makes a shopping list before she goes to the supermarket. She buys only what she needs. She never buys in bulk because it often turns out to be wasteful when the food expires. In addition, she never cooks more food than we can eat. Even if there are leftovers, which rarely happens, she will manage to transform them into a new meal. In her role as housewife, my mom is a good role model when it comes to reducing food waste. Today, more than 30% of all the food produced in the world goes to waste. This amounts to about 1.3 billion tons of food that spoils and gets discarded. However, wasted food isn't just a social or economic concern. It's an environmental one as well. When we dispose of food, we also waste all the resources it takes to grow, harvest, package, and transport the food. As the world's population continues to increase, our top priority now is not how to grow more food, but to reduce food waste in order to feed more people. My uncle has set a good example when it comes to reducing food waste. He knows that it's essential to reduce food waste in a world where a lot of people are suffering from starvation. As an amateur farmer, he grows some vegetables and raises some chickens in his backyard. Instead of throwing away the food scraps from his table, he makes compost and then uses it as fertilizer for his garden. This way, he gives nutrients back to the soil and reduces his carbon footprint. As for edible scraps like bread or rice, he uses them to feed his chickens. His method of reducing food waste really gives me food for thought.